Hey guys, I haven't picked up the camera in a while. I've been trying to vlog for the longest time. I took my camera home this weekend in hopes of vlogging what is possibly one of the most important moments of my life. So I took the camera home because I was planning on vlogging, as I'm saying, the weekend and stuff, and it didn't happen. I got so busy. I was sick on Friday. Things just didn't work. So I think I'm gonna do like a sit down chat instead and like talk you guys through what happened. So backtrack. You guys probably saw, or will see, or I'll insert a clip of the proposal. So on the 9th of November 2019, my partner of 7 years asked me to be his best friend forever. Of course I said yes, and a letter was sent home. So on the 9th he proposed. He took me away for a birthday weekend getaway, surprise weekend away vibe, and then it was a surprise weekend away and a surprise proposal. And then on Friday I traveled home with a letter that following week, and then a date was set for negotiations and stuff, and the date was the 28th of March 2020. But as you all know, lockdown and Miss Rona happened and everything had to change. And then we finally went on to level 3 and we decided, okay, let's just see and try if we can. We got some travel permits and stuff, and on the 6th of June, which was yesterday, today is the 7th of June, we had the negotiations where his family came over to my family to basically ask for my hand in marriage and start the LOBOLA process. What we had planned was that we didn't want it to be like a dragged out process, so we wanted everything to be done on that day. And because my family doesn't really like believe in actual LOBOLA where like actual cows are named, so what happens is the guy's family come over and basically like propose or ask for the girl's hand in marriage, and then they like start the negotiations where my family says this is how many cows we want for our daughter, or this is the monetary value we want for our daughter, and then the other guy's family says this is how much we have, and then they like obviously negotiate different things and whatever. So my family was not going to tell them like we want this amount of cows or whatever, because my mom and dad, my stepdad and my mom were on the same understanding that there is no bride price for me or any of their daughters. It's just basically a moment for the guys to just show appreciation to my parents and my family and just to honor them, but it's not going to be a situation of them saying we want 10 cows or 12 cows or whatever it is, or we want this amount of money for our daughter. So that's basically what happened yesterday, but I was planning on like vlogging the day, basically like vlogging where I could, vlogging my feelings and you know, like what was going on and everything. But I arrived home on Friday and I was so sick, so I've been experiencing like terrible migraines and stuff, and on Friday I got home and I had such a terrible migraine. I was feeling nauseous, I was just very sick. So my mom basically like made me go and sleep, so I was like sleeping most of Friday, like literally I slept from like about 6:30, 7 until like 11. I woke up at 11 and I was quite hungry, so I had something to eat. So like basically I couldn't film or vlog anything on Friday, like the preparations for the next day, things we were doing, family that was there, like I couldn't do anything like that. And then on Saturday, so what happens is that the guy's family, they need to arrive like super early, so it's winter, so they arrived at like 6 and it was still quite dark. and it was very cold. So I had obviously slept so much on Friday. I woke up quite early on Saturday, and I think because I was anxious, I was just like messaging my fiance, like finding out where they are. And when I messaged him, he was like, they're here. Like that was like at like 6:10 in the morning. So I got up, took a bath, because I was like, I know I'm not gonna sleep now. And my mom came to check on me, like, how am I doing, how's the headache? And I was like to her, they're here. And she's like, they know, they can hear them standing at the gate, like shouting. So basically they have to like stand at the gate and like say my family's clan names and basically like announce themselves. So they were standing at the gate from like 6 to like 7-ish. I took a shower, I took a bath, and then I got like dressed. And at the time my fiance was like messaging me like, dude, these guys have been standing outside like for half an hour, you guys making us wait on purpose, like what's going on? And I'm like, oh, I thought my mom had sent out my brother to open for them and stuff. And then guys, it was freezing. It was like 6 degrees. It was so cold. These guys were standing outside for like close to an hour, and then my mom eventually comes out and is like, my stepdad's like, it's fine, they can come in now. So my brother got woken up to go like let the guys in. So he went outside, let them in, and they sat in the lounge, and like they chilled there. This was like now 7-ish, like 7:10. I'm up, I'm dressed, I've like bath, I'm like dressed, not dressed in the outfit I'm gonna wear, but like I'm just like dressed, and it was very cold, so I was like very dressed quite warmly. And my mom is also bathed, she's in the kitchen, and we were like preparing breakfast for these guys. So I asked my mom like, where's my dad, like what's going on? And my mom's like, your dad's in bed chilling like a villain. This time my sister's sleeping. My sister was busy doing her schoolwork the previous night, so she slept at like around 4-ish in the morning. My gran was still sleeping. My brother obviously had been woken up, and he was up, but then he went back to bed. And my cousin that was there to help, I think she was taking a bath at that time. And now it's like 7:30. So I'm like, okay, cool, like it's still quite early, like they just got here, we have to feed them first before we can even do anything. Fine, we prepare breakfast, you know, busy in the kitchen. My cousin eventually comes to the kitchen to help my mom and I, and we're busy preparing and everything. And like they were let in by my brother, so my brother like let them in, and they sat down in the lounge, turned on the TV, put some news on for them, whatever, so they can like have some entertainment. But that was it, guys. Like no one went to them to say hi, to say welcome, nothing. Like it was as if they were not there. Like it was as if like it was not there. So I think we finished preparing breakfast at like around 8:10. My mom goes to the bedroom, I don't know what she was gonna fetch, and my dad is still in bed. So I'm like, okay, now these guys have been here since 6, now it's like 8:10. We start feeding them breakfast. I'm not allowed to go into the lounge, so my cousin and my sister were busy like taking stuff to them and all of that. Like I'm not allowed to go in there, so I was like in the kitchen helping, washing dishes and all of that. And then I think it was like 8:20. My mom calls me aside. It's like, yo girl, you need to, my camera's flashing, my mom's like, you need to prepare breakfast for your husband, whatever. So I prepare breakfast for Pila and all of that, and then my cousin and I go outside to give him breakfast. So he's like to me, what's going on, like what's happening? So I'm like, dude, nothing is happening. My dad is in bed, he's chilling in bed. Now it's like something to 9, guys, like something to 9. These guys have been here since 6 in the morning. We clear out the dishes from breakfast, everything's cleared out, and then so my side was going to be my stepdad, my grandfather's brother, and my mom's younger brother, so one of my mom's brothers, right, that were going to be part of the situation. So I'm like to mom, like it's something to 9. I'm like, mom, like find out where these people are, because they were traveling from Msinga. I live in Greytown, so it's like a 45-minute drive, give or take. So I'm like to my mom, like find out where your brother is and where your dad is. I'm cool. So my mom is like, just calm down, relax, your dad is still in bed. I'm like, he's probably in bed because he's waiting for these guys to arrive so that he can get ready. My mom calls her brother, my uncle, and my uncle's like, oh, I'm still Kai, I'm still Kai, but I'm about to leave. I'm just like, it's something past 9 now. No one else has arrived, it's just us. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Pila's like messaging me because his brother, who's one of the representatives, is like messaging him like, dude, what's going on, like what are we waiting for? Why is no one coming and attending to us? So I'm just like explaining to him, hey, we're still waiting for some people to arrive. Yeah, so fine. I'm like to my mom, like panicking. My mom was like, listen, this day was set. These people, no one's rushing. The Pila's uncle knows how this works. Like, he must just calm down, they must just relax. They should have dedicated the entire day to this event. You know, everything is gonna go fine. Like, calm down. Like, my mom was like calming me down, because I'm like stressing. I'm like, I don't want us to look unprepared or make my family look bad and whatever. Like, these people have been here since 6. Now it's almost something past 9. Like, what is going on? So I'm busy messaging Pile. My mom was like, this little messaging between you and your husband is not gonna work. You just need to calm down. So fine, call, and then my mom calls my her father's brother. Her father, in our culture it's called Ubabwak. And then she finds out that he's got car problems. He's left his car emceeing and he's coming in taxis. So guys, you know, if you get into a taxi, you first have to wait for the taxi to be full before it can leave. Like, there has to be enough people for the load. So that's like an extra 30 minutes added onto his travel time. I'm just like sweating. So another person that's meant to come is his wife. So my grandfather's wife, and then my stepmom is meant to come. So no one has arrived. None of those people have arrived. So fine. I'm now like, okay, cool. So I leave and I'm like, ask my sisters to iron my dress, because I've already bought. I just need to change. So I change into the dress I'm meant to wear. I'll insert a picture or something here. And I'm just like basically telling Pila, like, this thing is gonna start lunchtime, which lunchtime is like around 12ish. At like 9:30, my grandfather's wife arrives. So I'm like, at least someone's here. And like shortly after, something to 10, my stepmom arrives. So I'm like, oh, this is much better. So we make breakfast. Literally, I was just making scones, tea, like for 2 hours straight. I was just doing that because as soon as people were arriving, I was just preparing tea, washing dishes. Like, it was just mad. So then it's around like 10ish now, like 10:30. Around 10:30, my uncle arrives, my mom's brother. So he arrives and he's traveling alone. My uncle's like, oh damn, he met my umkhulu the previous day and he spoke to him briefly, but he didn't mention that he was going to leave his car. He would have fetched him. I'm like, oh my god. So we have to wait for my uncle. So my dad eventually gets up, gets ready, eats his breakfast, and then he's like, well, you guys let me know when you guys are ready or when the other people have arrived. So my dad leaves to go do some stuff in town. Fine, I'm just like, now it's like something past 10. I can see that the time's going to 11. Like, I should just calm down. At around something to 2:11, so now like these guys are still in the lounge, guys. No one has said anything to them. No one is acknowledging them. Like, we are carrying on as if nothing's happening in the kitchen. Like, we are chatting. I'm seeing like family that I haven't seen in a long time, you know, like all of that. And then my grandfather arrives. So he arrives at like something to 11. So he arrives, my mom's dad's brother. He arrives and then we prepare breakfast for him immediately. So now it's like, okay, now everyone's here. My mom's brother, her dad, umkhulu, and my dad. My dad is in town. So he left and said, guys, call me if you need me or when everyone is here. So now we're calling my dad, his phones. He's not answering his phones. We check if the phones are in the bedroom because he normally leaves his phones at home. They're not at home.
Sorry guys, the recording got cut off, but basically at this point we're calling my dad. We can't get a hold of him. Finally we get a hold of him. He arrives, and I think at like past 12 the negotiations start, and they last for about 2 hours. Not 2 hours, actually, that's an exaggeration. I think they last for about an hour and a bit, because we started serving lunch at 2. Everything went well. There was a moment where they had to leave the lounge to come and like debrief and chat amongst themselves. And then they went back into the lounge and everything was concluded. And then after that was done, only then was my partner allowed to enter the house to be served lunch as well. We gave them some little gifts. I'll insert some pictures here for you guys to see the gifts. And then we and then we gave them gifts and everyone prayed and they left. But it was a really long day. I think the day ended around 4 o'clock in the evening or the afternoon. And yeah, it was a really great day overall. It was a success. And yeah, I'm so glad you guys have been on this journey. I'm sorry I didn't vlog on the day. As I mentioned, I was a bit sick and I just decided, you know what, it's better that it's a family thing. Yeah, next episode, guys, it's gonna be my bridesmaid proposal, and we're gonna get started on some wedding prep. As always, guys, keep hustling, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.